Hi everybody and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you a speed paint of a piece that I made for my nan's birthday card. She was 80 last week and I wanted to do something a little bit special for her card. I've been a card maker for years and I've been heavily into using stamps before, but this time I decided I wanted to draw something for her. And I know that she loves birds and flowers, so I thought this would be a perfect drawing for her. And then when I spoke to her on the phone, she really loved it. And she couldn't actually believe that it was drawn by hand. She said that it looked like it was printed, but it's actually done with a mixture of Promarkers and coloured pencil on the Promarker bleed-proof paper. But that being said, that she really loved it, I've actually been feeling quite frustrated recently at the quality of the pieces that I've been producing. I have to say I'm not just a bit of a perfectionist, I'm a real perfectionist. So I get annoyed when my art doesn't turn out the way that I imagine it in my head. Plus I know that I've produced a lot better in the past, but I think I'm just very out of practice. So I thought I'd tell you a bit about why. I moved to Sweden 5 years ago, and when I did that I had to pack up all of my arts and crafts stuff, and I was mostly into card making at the time and stamping and that kind of thing. So instead of packing my clothes, I put my Big Shot die cutting machine and my favourite stamps and my favourite ink pads into my suitcase, and I brought those with me instead. I did bring some clothes too, but I used them mainly as padding to make sure that my Big Shot survived the aeroplane ride. And I came on British Airways just because they had the higher baggage allowance than what Ryanair do. So I got here and I had a few things that I could use, but not very much. Everything else went into storage because I was staying at my uncle's house and I didn't have the space in my bedroom for it. So it was really, really hard not having many art and craft supplies, because I've always been so used to, in England I had a quite big room. It was a spare bedroom that I turned into my art studio craft room, and I used to spread out all over the floor and everything. So it was really, really hard to only have a few supplies with me. And also it's not very easy in Sweden to find arts and crafts supplies. It's just starting to become more of a thing here, especially the crafting side of things, but you don't find many arts and crafts shops outside of like the main cities, Gothenburg and Stockholm. So you have to take a trip into the city if you want to be able to buy anything. And as well as that, I didn't actually have very much money at the time because I was studying, so I was trying to save so that I could find my own place, and I was searching for a job and I was studying hard, so I didn't really have that much time. But one thing that I did do when I didn't have many crafting supplies was I did actually teach myself quite a lot about how to do digital drawing. So I actually spent quite a lot of time babysitting my cousins and my cousin's cousin. When they were asleep, I used to sit and look at YouTube tutorials, and I learned a lot about how to use Inkscape and GIMP. And I only have a mouse, so Inkscape gave a lot better results than just the wobbly mouse lines on GIMP. But it became something that I really actually enjoy doing. And it's something that I'd really like to continue doing in the future. So there might be a few digital images and drawings coming up at some point in the future, especially if I decide to invest in a digital tablet so that I don't have the wobbly mouse lines in GIMP, and maybe find a slightly better program. GIMP was a bit laggy, but I'm sure I've seen that there's lots of free software out there now that you can use for digital drawing, so I'm looking forward to testing out that. So yeah, I lived with my uncle for about 1.5 years, and after that I think after about a year of living with them and finishing my studies, I got a job, and as soon as I got a job I started looking for my own place, and then I found an apartment, and I was really excited because that meant I could finally get all of my stuff shipped over. And it was a 1-bedroom apartment with a walk-in wardrobe, and that walk-in wardrobe duly became my walk-in craft room /art studio. But it was literally just big enough for a desk and a bookcase. And when I got all my stuff shipped over, I actually had more art stuff than clothes. I had 5 boxes of art stuff and only 3 boxes of clothes. But that was really good because it gave me the chance to start doing some arts and crafts again. But I did find it quite hard to find the motivation to get back into. I think having the break kind of got me out of the habit, and I also felt quite claustrophobic in just my little 4-foot box room there. So yeah, in those 5 years I've got quite rusty. I did recently just move house again, and this time I've got a really nice big house, and I now have an amazing space, which is going to be my new art room. My mum's actually coming to visit me in March to help me decorate, because it's a lovely floral peach wallpaper at the moment, and that has to go. So it's really hard. I'm trying not to unpack everything because we're just going to have to pack it all away again in order to move it so that we can repaper the walls. But at the same time, I'm itching to start doing something a bit more substantial than just a few birthday cards here and there. And I'd really like to actually get back into doing some more painting and then get back up to my old standard, and hopefully even better. I'd love to one day actually be able to feel that I'm happy enough with my artwork so that I might be able to set up a little online shop. I think that would be really cool to be able to go more into the art world and be able to make a little bit of money off it as well. But for now, I'm just going to keep practicing, and hopefully over time you'll start seeing some improvements in my pieces that I post here on YouTube. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you like what you see or want to hang around and see how I improve over time, then please feel free to like this video and maybe even subscribe. That would be cool. And yeah, let me know if you've ever had to take a break for any reason, and or if you're a perfectionist too, how it impacts you. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!